Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in today. Now obviously the world is going through a very bizarre and unusual and unprecedented time. It's very scary out there, and even if you're not too concerned about your health, I personally, I'm young and reasonably fit and healthy, so if I get the virus I'm quite confident that I will get over it. There's still the fact that it's changing our lives. We can't necessarily have as much fun and social interaction as we planned. Lots of things have been cancelled. I had a holiday that I was looking forward to in a few weeks that's been cancelled, so really disappointed about that. Obviously there's also worries about the economy and what this is doing to businesses and the world in general. I'm a small business owner, so it's particularly relevant for us, but for everybody. Is your job safe? Is money safe? Obviously there's just lots of thoughts going on, lots of catastrophizing, lots of panic. We don't know when this will end. Now, enough of the negativity from me. I'm sure you know what position we're in. However, all of those thoughts, all of those worries serve to actually damage our mental health. And I don't know about you, but I want to come out of this whenever that may be, in weeks, days, months, whenever it may be. I want to come out of it feeling resilient, strong, as happy as I can be, and looking forward to the future. So although things may feel quite bleak right now, there is lots to look forward to in the future. We will come over this time will pass. In the meantime, I want to help as many people as I can to look after your mental well-being. So if you're struggling, or even if you just feel like you might struggle in the future, please look out for the content I'm going to share. I'm going to be providing a tip at least on a daily basis, so look out for that on my social media and on my website. I'll be sharing blogs and ideas and lots of stuff to just help you to look after your mental well-being and make the most of this time. So if we are in this for the long haul, or even if it's only for a few weeks, let's still live our best lives. Let's make the most of the time we've been given, and let's try and be as positive as we can. So one of the things that I personally need in my life is things to look forward to, and I have quite a big social life. I do a lot of travel, and the fact that things have been cancelled and plans are not going on, it really impacts me. But I'm going to try and be positive again. This time will pass and we will get back to doing all of those things. In the meantime, I'm going to use some of the extra time I've been given to re-look at my bucket list. So if you haven't already written a bucket list, I really recommend it, and put down everything on there, no matter how bizarre, no matter how expensive it may be. Think of everything you want to do. So maybe there are places you want to travel to, like me. Maybe you've always wanted to get a tattoo, or do a bungee jump, or get a particular score in golf, or one of your hobbies. Maybe there are things you want to achieve there. Maybe it's to do with your finances or to do with relationships. Think about all of the areas of your life and all the things you'd like to achieve and what you want to actually have accomplished, and write all of those things down, because writing things down means you're much more likely to achieve them. And then start thinking about the plans you could put in place. So when all of this is over, what are you going to do to make sure that you live your best life and you achieve all of these things on your bucket list? So it's a really great way to look forward to the future, and to actually use the time you've got now to make sure the time you have in the future, when things are opened up again, to create this amazing life that you can have for yourself. The next thing I'm going to say is to protect yourself a little bit from the news. So it's very easy at this time to keep reading all the news, and I know myself, you feel like you need to know what's going on in the world, and I completely understand and agree with that. However, I don't know about you, but reading the news right now doesn't leave me feeling very happy. It's pretty bleak. So try and monitor how much time you spend on the news. Maybe even set a timer. If you're going on a news app or on a website, set a timer for say 5 minutes and say, right, I'll digest as much as I can in 5 minutes, but actually that's enough in one day. Read what you need to keep on top of things, but protect yourself a bit, because focusing on the news is no good for anyone at the moment. And the same goes for social media. So you'll probably have people in your newsfeed that, without intending to, are just negative people who are sharing negative things. if I were you, I would limit time on social media or only follow those that are positive. So I personally unfollow some friends and family that tend to post a lot of negative stuff. I love them, but I don't need to read their posts if they're being particularly negative. So I recommend just only using social media for the good stuff. There's lots of news channels that are only sharing happy stuff at the moment. So I'll share a few links below this video with some of the good places that I recommend following that have got really inspirational content and happy news. Really recommend that, but limit yourself with the negative stuff. Another thing I think is important is to keep busy and distracted. So it's really great to watch lots of TV in terms of being distracted, but is that going to necessarily give you a feeling of accomplishment? So watch a bit of TV, but what else could you do? Could you read books? Are there hobbies and interests that you've got? What could you learn about? There's lots and lots of free resources out there, or very inexpensive ones. Could you do an e-course? Could you learn something from YouTube? So really think about what you can do to make the use of your time to keep your focus distracted from what's going on in the world, and maybe you can achieve something. And that brings me on to a sense of achieving things and balancing that with pleasure. So try to do some things. You might have heard me talk about this before. Balancing pleasure and achievement usually leads to happiness. So do some things that bring you joy, whether it's hobbies and interests or watching TV if that's your thing, playing games. Then also try and balance that with a sense of achievement. So maybe that's just for you, maybe a really good sense of achievement will come from exercising or just cleaning your house. Decluttering is something that really brings me a good sense of achievement, and I love to declutter. I quite like things minimal, so I'm going to use this time to sort through some of my clothes and other belongings and just get rid of stuff that I don't want. So whatever will give you a sense of achievement, think about that. Make sure every day you're doing something that gives you that sense of achievement and something that's pleasurable as well. And look out for my daily tips. Keep into a great routine. Share this with people who may need it and benefit from it. If you're not already, come and join my Facebook group. Again, I'll post a link below. And make sure that you're following me on YouTube and other social channels if you'd like to keep up to date with how I'm looking after my mental health and tips and ideas and inspiration. We will get through this, guys. There have been awful atrocities happened in the world over the years, and our grandparents or great grandparents for some of us lived through things like the Blitz, and I'm not saying that I don't really want to compare this to a war situation, because it's nothing like that, and I'm not saying you shouldn't be stressed or worried or anxious, because that's natural, but we will get through this. We will come out the other side, and if you look after your mental health, you do some of the things that I suggest, I really believe that you can come out the other side being happy, resilient, strong and excited about the future. So I've rambled on long enough. Please share this with people who may need it. Please like it and comment below. Let's keep connected and look out for more videos, tips and advice coming from me over the coming weeks. Take care, stay healthy and look after yourself. Thank you.